Rocky Mountain, Folsom Field in Boulder. It's week 11 of this college football season, and our coverage on EA Sports continues. It's the Houston Cougars and the Colorado Buffaloes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Colorado head coach told me before the game, this running back has been a revelation all season long. They brought him in the transfer portal, and he has delivered. Each and every week, we see the chemistry grow between he and the quarterback and their offensive line. Now in playoff contention, making some noise in the top 15, they are starting to be a team to contend with, and it is all because of this running back and how he is fueling this offense. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. Fielded in the end zone. It's Welch. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Just a few on that completion.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
Here we go. Ready, go.
Trying the left side. There's a crease. Just steamrolling the bulldozes another guy. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Lewis. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Quarterback extends the play. He'll try to do it himself. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
The Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The short hands, it's Perry. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And the Buffaloes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Running the red zone. It's Young. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And it's caught, and he is stopped short. You have to get past the marker on that route.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He breaks a tackle. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking deep. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Buffs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Martin. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Shakes off the defender. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Under fire. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Ready, go!
Here's Lewis to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Hughes. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Lewis. Fires to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. The 20. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
To the air, it's Wegman. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And he tacked on the extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense ready to begin this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He wants to change this route. Lewis. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Hughes. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Slings it downfield. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Motion from the wideout. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's third and goal and third and long. To the air. It's Wegman. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Lewis to throw. Pressure coming. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Quarterback may change this route. And back to the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Bowie. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Go, go.
Throwing. Lewis. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Buffaloes will punt it away on fourth down. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. No fair catches here, looking for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go.
And here's the third interception of the night. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Wide receiver going in motion. Lewis escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. Makes the ground to the 25 and there's room. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. On the move. It's Young. Only able to pick up a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Offense changing the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Hauls it in. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Colorado will go ahead and use its second timeout here. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's Lewis to throw, looking to buy time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3.
Here we go. Go.
Quarterback will keep it. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Colorado!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking for a crease. It's Hughes. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. Let's start with Memphis taking on the USF Bulls. And it's Memphis with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man, it's Thomas. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Love the play call. I love being aggressive there in the first play of the drive, backed up on your own end. There's a lot of coordinators that would just try to run the ball, get some more room, get into a rhythm, but they're taking a shot right away, find some real estate. Receiver, QB on the same page. That's looking really nice if you're on offense.
Pocket breaking down. Quickly out to the tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
They just keep firing. Going downfield for the big play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football. Man, I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete. At the end of a play, there is an injured Houston player on the field. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Back to throw, it's Carney. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Cougars! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And, man, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Hold and fired complete.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
And the Buffaloes in a good spot here with second and short. The run inside. It's Young. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He might want another play. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Running inside, it's Hughes. Across the 35. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver. And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Scanning the field, it's Carney. Fires into the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
Quarterback moving. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Well, they knew coming into this game, touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Throw it. Lewis. Here's a heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Release to the back. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Gonna run it. It's Hughes. There he goes. Got enough for the 1st. Touchdown, Cougars! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lewis bears the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
That's caught. It's Perry. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield.
Makes a grab and room to run. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out to the right. Gets rid of it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime, but it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Right back to the well. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Back to pass, it's Carney. Finds his man, it's Walker. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Pulls it in, it's Walker. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Trying to get the edge. It's Hughes. Might have a chance. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Carney. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cougars. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out, and you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead, and this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You'd think that should do it now to get the win.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is he wants to go deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here's Lewis to throw. He's going to take off. Got room at the 35. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry up.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We're
going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Buffaloes are rolling down the field.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Pulls it in. It's Moore. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick six on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And the Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Throwing, Lewis. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Lewis to throw. Gonna have to run it. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Designed runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now. And this is a
touchdown, Bucks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Does not get there. Boy, they stopped him just short of the goal line and kept him from getting the 2. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've been feeling it, back-to-back touchdowns on the last 2 possessions to grab the lead, and now they'll try to extend it a little bit with this one. And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he's stopped on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Second down, and the defense has no choice but to sell out to stop the run.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 22. Go, go.
He'll run it again. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
Back to pass, it's Carney. Going deep. Pass is knocked away, incomplete, and how good is it to have a linebacker who can cover that much ground?
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lewis. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That's caught. It's Gibson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Fires to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Motion from the back. To the air again, Lewis. Stepping to the right. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Fourth down, Lewis. He's got it. 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And this defense is doing exactly what I would do. Like, bring in more DBs, like rush the passer and play the pass. So how is this offense going to take advantage, make some plays, because they've got to do it now.
It's Lewis again. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation.
Here we go, ready.
Reads it, fires complete. And how about this defense keeping everything in front and making the sure tackle to turn it over on downs?
And I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime and showing a couple of different looks here in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes on the field. Those guys were winning their one-on-one matchups defensively, shutting this offense out. And you're right, David, night and day, and that's why they're winning this game.